Good morning, internet. Morning, subscribers, viewers, wherever your time zone is. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. I am Kinara Pete, and I want to start here this morning by thanking my subscribers for subscribing and believing in what we do. But we need more subscribers to subscribe. So therefore, if you happen to watch this video, please subscribe, comment, and share. Your friends to the very end. Today we've had reports from CNN through its international correspondent, CNN African Bureau, Larry Madowo. And Larry Madowo has laid out clearly what transpired during the Tanzanian sham elections and how police was shooting people at the back, on the head, in the head. And if you look at that footage, viewers, you will notice one thing, that human beings are not human beings no more. I saw one case of a woman who was pregnant for 3-4 months and walking around with a stick, and she was shot from the back and died. A bullet gone through her jacket that she was wearing. She fell down, guys. There's a guy, a young man, who was shot in the head, dropped dead. I do not think that Ali Hassan Suluhu, or Suluhu Hassan, whatever the case, we get away with this. The International Criminal Court needs to step in. The United Nations has an advanced team underway investigating the crimes that were committed by the Tanzanian police, of course under the direction of Suluhu. And I hope this will achieve something, as millions and millions, we're talking about thousands and thousands of people murdered, young people, people walking in the streets, going about their business, and the police, the killer squad, just out of nowhere unleashes bullets to these people. I have not seen anything like this. I have not participated in an election with this level of violence netted against innocent citizens of the country who have a right to demonstrate, have a right to picket, have a right to anything they wish to do, you know, so long as it's within the confines of the law. I looked at this footage and I said to my God, God have mercy on these souls. But those who perpetuated these crimes, the least we can ask for is God punish them. The electoral system in Africa is broken down. I don't think in future there is probably any more need to conduct elections when elections are known the way they're gonna go, you know. So therefore it's needless to waste billions and billions of dollars purporting to do an election when the outcome is already determined. In the case of Tanzania, there was no point even of going to elect Suluhu, because Suluhu had no opponent. She had ensured that all our opponents, formidable opponents, including the opposition chief Supremo, Tindi Lisu, are locked and barred from participating. That is not an election worth participating. That is not an election that can pass a test of time. So therefore, we are saying that in future, there is really no need of holding an election. It is very few places where we have seen, very few places and very few people, I'm saying about 1%, not even, where we've seen elections being held and perhaps maybe the opposition is declared winner, you know. But most places, looking at Uganda holding their elections next year, it's going to be a coronation of Museveni again. There's no need of going far to look for evidence, even though Bobby Wine is popularly, you know, pulling crowds in markets, administrative centers, and whenever he goes. You know, Museveni is struggling to pay schoolboys and girls to come and attend his meetings because nobody would go there. People are tired after 40 years of plus rule. They don't want to hear you no more. They really don't care. You know? So do us a favor, like Museveni, who now turns around and says he wants to capture East Africa. Museveni, you cannot capture anybody. Kenya is not your equal. You must know that. Perhaps if we had certain leaders like Kenyatta, for example, when Idi Amin had threatened to invade Kenya and claimed that part of Rift Valley belongs to Uganda, Kenyatta sent the MiG fighters and they shook Kigali not Kigali, but Kampala. It shook Kampala. You know, in a show of force. Dada realized he was not against, you know, a weak opponent like he thought. So in this case, they're calling upon Samia Suluhu to step down because she does not deserve to lead Tanzania. She has caused a lot of death. She has blood on her hands. We cannot continue closing our eyes on the footage that has come out clearly from the Deutsche Welle news of Germany, and also the CNN's footage by Larry Madowo. We want to believe that the coming of these leaders is very soon, and that they need to be held to accountable as soon as possible. Nobody wants to see their prolonged leadership, because clearly they're not popular with anybody. They're just there to butcher people to retain power. Something that is unacceptable to everyone. All believers of human rights and fighters of democracy need to unite and camp in this place, starting with Tanzania. I am very emphatic about Tanzania because of the killing of over 1,000 people that was hidden until we saw the footage. Now we know why the internet was switched off, so that no transmission occurs. You can switch off the internet, but you don't switch off the phones. People are still gonna record these acts of inhuman activities. That is where we are right now with Hassan Suluhu. That is an ICC candidate right now. I don't know what Ocampo is doing, but clearly I understand Ocampo has a team of investigators on the ground in Tanzania right now, and also the United Nations ordered a full investigation of the sham election and the killings of innocent Tanzanians. I'm hoping with those two solid bodies involved, we will get to summon Suluhu to the Hague very soon. She can bury her head now, but it won't be long. Hassan belongs to the Hague to answer criminal charges against the killing of over 1,000 Tanzanian citizens by the Tanzanian police, who gave the order for this death squad to kill people. Well, it goes without saying where the order came from. And that is the gist of the matter, guys. Viewers, wherever you're watching this video from, if you like the content, please subscribe. Subscribe. You are the most important people in these videos because you keep it going by subscribing, guys. Support us by sharing this video, watching it to the end, and subscribing. Without further much ado, viewers, sit back and follow this edition to the very end. calm Baltimore downtown. Viewers, subscribers, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am Kinara Pete. We welcome you here to the end of the video, having arrived in downtown Baltimore, in a harbor, and perhaps